Hello everyone! Handa na ba kayong magbilang at balikan ng nakaraan? Ano pang hinihintay nyo? Tara na, HALINA'T MATH-TUTO. Bring back the basics, the new normal numeracy program. Today, we will talk about multiplication of fraction. By the way, I'm Miss Rosel V. Edrosolano, or you can call me Teacher Rosel. Kunin na ang inyong panulat at papel at sabay-sabay tayong matuto kung paano mag-multiply ng fractions. In this lesson, you will learn how to multiply fraction to another fraction, whole number by fraction, and solve problems involving multiplication of fractions. Are you guys ready? Simulan na natin! HALINA'T MATH-TUTO. In the previous discussions, you learned how to add and subtract similar and dissimilar fractions. Now, I will teach you how to multiply fractions. But before we proceed to our main topic, let's have a short review on how to reduce a fraction to its lowest term. The general rule is to divide the numerator and the denominator by their greatest common factor, or GCF. Let's have this example. Reduce 8 over 12 to its lowest term. First, we need to get the GCF of 8 and 12. How do we do that? We list down the factor of 8 and 12, or the numbers that can divide 8 and 12 exactly or without remainder. The factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, and 8, while the factors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. As you can see, they have common factors which are 2 and 4. Since we are talking about the greatest common factor, therefore, the GCF of 8 and 12 is 4. Now let's go back to the main question. What is the lowest term of 8 over 12? Since the GCF of 8 and 12 is 4, 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So the simplest form or the lowest term of 8 over 12 is 2/3. When performing multiplication of two fractions, remember the following steps. First, we need to multiply the numerators. Second, multiply the denominators. And third, express your answer in lowest term when necessary. Without further ado, let's start multiplying fractions. Example number 1. What is the product when 1/4 is multiplied by 2/3? Let's follow the steps in multiplying fractions. In step number 1, just multiply the numerators o yung mga numbers na nasa taas ng fraction. 1 times 2 is 2. Step 2, multiply the denominators o yung mga numbers na nasa ibaba ng fraction. 4 times 3 is 12. The product now is 2 over 12. For the last step, we need to reduce 2 over 12 to its lowest term. Again, for us to get the simplest form of 2 over 12, we need to get the greatest common factor or GCF of 2 and 12. We list down the factors of 2, which are 1 and 2, and the factors of 12 such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. The greatest common factors of 2 and 12 is 2. Going back to our product, a while ago, divide the numerator 2 by the GCF 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Divide also the denominator 12 by the GCF 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Therefore, the final answer is 1/6. Now, I will show another method that you will surely love. It is called the cancellation method. Here, simplifying fractions will not be applied in the last step. We will simplify the given fractions first using cancellation before multiplying them. We will apply the knowledge in finding the GCF for this method. But this time, we will find the GCF of the numerator of one fraction and the denominator of the other fraction. For example, in multiplying 1/4 and 2/3, find first the GCF of 1 and 3 and the GCF of 4 and 2, other than 1. If the GCF is 1, we cannot apply cancellation to those numbers. Look at 1 and 3. Their GCF is only 1, so we cannot apply cancellation to these numbers. But in 4 and 2, the GCF is 2. So by just dividing both of them by 2, 4 will become 2 and 2 will become 1. Now, our new fractions to be multiplied are 1/2 times 1/3. Applying the first two steps, we have multiply the numerators. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. And multiply the denominators. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. Therefore, our final answer is 1/6, which is also the same with the answer we got a while ago. But again, it's up to you which method will make your multiplication easier. Aside from multiplying fraction to another fraction, you might also encounter multiplying fraction to a whole number. Consider this problem as an example. 15 students auditioned in a school play, but only 2/3 of them will be given a role. How many students will be accepted in the play? In this problem, it was mentioned that only 2/3 of 15 will be accepted in the school play. All we need to do is to multiply 15 times 2/3. In multiplying whole number in a fraction, just multiply the numerator of the fraction and the whole number. 15 times 2 is 30. That will be the numerator of our answer. After that, just copy the denominator 3. So our product now is 30 over 3. Simplifying the answer, 30 divided by 3 is 10. Therefore, 10 students will be given the role in the school play. Let's have a real-life situation involving multiplication of fractions. Max has 3/4 of a cake, and he ate 1/5 of it. What part of the cake was eaten by Max? For the solution, to find the fraction eaten by Max, we will find 1/5 of 3/4, or simply multiply 1/5 by 3/4. Following the steps we mentioned in the previous examples, just multiply the numerators. 1 times 3 is equal to 3. And multiply the denominators. 5 times 4 is equal to 20. The product now is 3 over 20. Since 3 and 20 don't have GCF other than 1, we can say that this fraction is already in simplest form. Therefore, 3 over 20 is the final answer. And that's it! Did you learn something? Let us now summarize everything we discussed in today's lesson. We were able to multiply fraction to another fraction, whole number to a fraction, and solve problems involving multiplication of fractions. Since everything is clear, you may now start answering the learning test of the week. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe in our YouTube channel so you will be updated in our latest uploads. At ayun na nga, natapos na naman ang ating talakayan. Hanggang sa susunod na linggo, dito lang sa programang Punong-Puno ng Kaalaman. Mundo ng numbers, ating yung pag-uusapan. HALINA'T MATH-TUTO. Bring back the basics, the new normal numeracy program. Bye-bye!